Hello and welcome to tonight's podcast. My name is Mike Tellerino, CEO of K9 for Veterans. Tonight, I've got a really special guest with me, Tori Daniels and Jason Daniels, her father. And I also have Jack Zett, our Midwest spokesperson. Tori, I am going to start out by asking you, I'm sure everybody wants, how in the hell did you get into this?
So what happened? So how I got into it was my dad took me to this place called Accelerate, and it's basically just an indoor like racing track. And we went there. We stayed there, just kind of like roaming around the place to figure out what is there, and everything like that. And then um. So, and then I did a couple sessions, and then my dad told me some things I needed to work on, and then
These were the electric carts.
yeah, electric. And then my dad told me some things I needed to work on, and I did them, and he's like, wow, you're a really good, like, you're a natural.
Yeah.
And he can, and then I went back out there again, and I kept getting better and better by the sections and the seconds, and
time kept dropping.
yeah, and then we just kept going it there for the off season now.
That's amazing.
So, Tori, what's your favorite part about doing what you do?
Oh,
We just
good
went
question.
over that.
Good question.
My favorite part, what I really like about racing is going fast, passing people, passing drivers, and winning races. But what my really favorite part is racing the number 22, because my favorite part about racing is putting a smile on our veterans' faces. And did you know that 22 veterans a day take their lives away, and that's why because of PTSD, and
Right.
that's why I race the number 22.
God bless you. Tori, how fast does that go-kart go? Tell me.
It can go about, I don't know, 45 to 60 miles an hour.
We've got some data, and like if you let us play a video, we'll show you. She's almost up to 60 miles an hour. Yeah,
please. I'd love to see it. I want to see that little hot rod in action.
So the video he's about to pull up is a 2-cycle video, which is my very faster one, and the next one's gonna be a 4-cycle video.
Oh yeah, I think the name might cover some of the data, but that's all right. But she's.
There's almost 2 G's in the corner.
Yeah, right. So that's part of the reason we do the physical training, to keep her neck from getting hurt and stuff like that.
Because I've been in a very bad wreck.
She's been in a couple.
I've almost the worst injury I've had is a sprained wrist and a sprained ankle, I think.
Yeah. Is that from racing the car?
Yes.
How hard is it to keep that thing going?
on the track?
Yeah.
But so I'll tell you this right now. When we first got my first ever cart, we actually just practiced in our cul-de-sac.
Right.
And my dad would
I bet your neighbors love that.
We got really good neighbors.
And we
how could you not with her?
He would just put buckets out, and I'd do a figure 8. I'd do like I can't think of the word.
Just an oval.
Yeah, an oval. And then and we would do that. But since I've gotten like 2 other carts, but including his cart, we have 4 carts.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Where do you see do you advance in like classes?
Like how I get better, or do like the
right?
Yes, actually my recent race was at Daytona. So I went from the worst I did there is in my 2-cycle. I did 9 to 19th, and then because it was the first corner and I started on the outside and I got pushed off. But then I came. Did I stay in 19th?
I think you finished 11th in your 2 cycle.
Yeah, so I passed, and I like if like so when I started beginning in my Margay, and when we went out to concept and we met all the workers and I went out there and raced, my first race we went out there. Of course, I came in like second to last, I think, or
Yeah,
last.
yeah.
And
We were just starting.
I just full on dropped to the back, and I'm like, that's where I feel comfortable for my first race.
Right.
Because
Good.
I'm scared.
That's smart.
Scared.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I don't want to get in a wreck. And just a lot's going through my mind on that first race.
Oh, I bet.
Because I'm like, how do I pass people? I'm getting nervous. A bunch of stuff is just going through my mind.
Now, Dad, have you ever did any go-kart racing or racing?
Never.
Well-
I've really never done
Well,
anything
he-
ever-
like it.
So there's this Halloween Grand Prix that that is at our home track.
So yeah, but Mike's talking about like before you got into it. I've
No,
never done
uh-uh.
anything like it. Like this is
Never,
all
huh?
a learning experience for me
and he's
too.
still learning.
Oh, absolutely.
But like
Well, you're
ever since I've started, he did like a couple races, but that's really it. Cause first there was that Halloween Grand Prix, and he did the rental 30 lap, right?
The rental carts had a little Grand Prix race that I raced
Right.
in.
He raced it in 1 year, and
Yeah.
then he bought his own cart to get out there and show me. Go ahead,
Yeah.
tell him a little story.
Oh yeah, I'll tell the story. There's like I bought this cart, an old used cart, to get out there and maybe show her a thing or two. But I'll tell you right now, there was nothing I could show it. She was, by the time I had bought this go kart and got out on the track, she was so far beyond me.
really.
Yeah, honest to God, there's absolute nothing I could have taught her at that point.
You are
That's awesome.
amazing. Now, how far will you advance, and how fast will those cars go?
So I don't know about the 2 cycle, but I can tell you right now, the fastest the 4 cycle can go is between 45 and maybe 63
depends
miles an hour.
It depends on the track a lot too.
Wow. Now, will you ever go to like car racing?
Oh, it's anything's on the table right now. Yeah.
I bet you'd be great at that as well.
I think no matter what she gets in, she would be successful.
I know. You know, we are so proud of you. When you were at the memorial and you took those pictures of you by that memorial, I you know what, I got to tell you, it just brought a smile to my face to see somebody so young as you to be out there promoting PTSD for our veterans, to raise awareness at such a young age. You're definitely on the right track, young lady. You really are. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, and when I see that number 22 on your car, I just can't help but smile. You know, for what you're doing to raise awareness.
We debated, like we debated for a while on what our number was going to be, and the first number of the cart that we bought was 20, just because that's what came with it.
And when he saw that number 20, he's like, "Oh, since I was in the Marines, let's do 22 because 22 suicides every day."
Right.
And so it was just a thing, you know. It was a natural thing.
I can't tell you how excited I get when I knew you were going to be my guest, because people just love you and what you're doing to raise awareness. If there was more young kids like yourself doing what you're doing to help raise awareness, you know, maybe we could bring that number down. You know, I mean, you just keep going at doing what you're doing, because, you know, you got everybody in our corner rooting for you.
Oh yeah.
Another reason I like racing is, another reason my dad also wanted me to get into racing is for the awareness, and also for because there's not much girls in motorsports.
I was going to ask you that. That was my next question. Do those boys treat you any different because you're a girl?
That's a good question.
Sometimes they'll be like a little mean to me, then like, and then I'll catch up to them, and then I'll be like, "Excuse me, you're talking to the wrong person here." And I'll talk back to them, and then like, I'm like, "Oh, can you get out of my way, please?"
Now, when you race and you beat these guys, do you go strut your stuff and say "ha ha"?
No, I actually just kind of go up to them and I say, "Think before you say."
Good girl, good girl. That'll
And
keep them in line.
I'll also say,
we try to keep her humble.
I'll also say, if you don't say, if you say something and it doesn't make sense, you won't make sense.
Right,
That's right.
exactly right. I got to remember that. Can I use that?
Yes, you are allowed. And
Okay,
my
I'm gonna-
dad's also favorite saying is, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
Well, your dad is a pretty smart guy, and what he's helped us with that memorial, Jason, it's unbelievable.
Oh, that is
That was the finishing touch to the memorial.
that is absolutely my pleasure. I know I had that idea a while ago, but Ray was the real one. Ray Bowen who
But
took and ran with it.
just completed it.
Oh yeah,
It really did. It
It's
just looks great. I mean, and how he made it, it's amazing.
yeah, and everything about it made sense.
That thing is solid. It'd take a hurricane and knock that thing down.
Yep. Yeah.
And if anybody has not been out to that memorial, they need to come and, of course, see the memorial, but they also need to see that tender stand that you guys made for us. I mean, and people use it all the time. I'll give you an example. I went out there. When was it? A couple weeks ago. Zach, were you with me when we opened it up? And there are all those little letters and notes in there.
Yeah, I think I was there that day, Mike.
I think there was a school bus that dropped off some kids, and they took one of those pieces of papers out, and they etched the names, but they also wrote a note thanking the veterans for their service.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh my God. I was just taken back by that. So it was so cool that box was there, that stand was there.
Right.
So people can grab a piece of paper and etch that, especially for the families that have a loved one on the memorial. That's a keepsake for. I know a couple of them went there and etched it out with pencil and had it framed, for their home.
Yeah.
I mean, so like I said, that was the finishing touch for that memorial. So I can't thank you enough and your company for doing what you did for us. I mean, it was truly a gift. Thank you.
Oh,
okay, Tori, tell me what's next for you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, where do you go from? What are you in a certain class right now? When do you go up to the next one?
So, one of our races was in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we raced there, and I actually did 3 classes.
Yeah.
So, and it was really hard because it was like raining off and on. So we had to come in, change tires from slick to rain tires. Rain tires help you race better.
You guys have a pit crew?
No.
Yeah, a pit crew of one sometimes.
Me and my dad.
I will. Good. I'm gonna try to pull up something for you, Mike.
Yeah, please. So
just show you the different classes.
Is there a certain? Do you do by certain age brackets to go up to a higher class?
Yes, we do, and the age brackets are so kid carts are like 4 to 8, 8 to 12, but in WKA it is 8 to 10, and then 10 to 12. And the 10 to 12 is yellow slide, which is just a little faster, not much.
So you'll see.
Here, he'll show you.
You'll see. You should see that is that's kind of the classes. So the kid carts, the 2. I'm guessing you guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
kid karts. She races in the 206 Cadet Green, and then she also races in a 2-cycle class that's about the same age group, the 7 to 10. It's called Micro Swift. And yeah, she's doing really good. She races against some big names. I know Kevin Harvick's kid races in the same series, or he did last year. Carter McMurray, who is Jamie McMurray, he was in NASCAR. But yeah, and I'll tell you what, both those families, including Sarah Fisher, she was an IndyCar driver. And Andy O'Gara and Sarah are an awesome family. They own Whiteland Raceway
Park.
Yeah, and they are an awesome family, and they have helped us out a bunch starting off, and just they've helped us out a lot. They're great people. The Harvick's great people. McMurray's great people. It's awesome.
So Tori, when will you move up to your next class?
2 years.
2 years to 12. When she hits 12.
Tori, I know a man is never supposed to ask a young lady her age. Would you mind sharing that with us?
No, I wouldn't mind. I'm actually 10 years old, and my birthday is November 17th of 2012.
So then you will be, in 2 years, you'll move up to a higher class.
Yes, correct.
Now, is that a faster car?
Yes, it is.
Well, how fast is that car going?
Dad, I'm not sure about the junior karts, how fast those go.
They're a little bit faster. Their slide is a little bit different, and what I mean by slide is like the restrictor.
Okay.
Well, do you have to have a license for this? Do you have to test before you could be a race car driver?
Before they actually start competing, they
have to
go to the track and get some experience out there first, and they kind of give you a heads up. And when they're out there for their rookie race, they put an X on the back of their helmet so other drivers know.
Oh, how cool
that they're coming up! That they're coming up on a rookie driver.
And,
yeah.
They put a little X on the back bumper of the car.
Danger, beware.
Daytona.
Well, just so they know they're approaching an inexperienced driver.
And didn't we do that for Daytona in 2021?
Yeah, the 2021 Daytona.
Yeah, I had just on my helmet, not anywhere else.
Yeah, but it's a good way because the other kids that are more experienced know that they're coming up on a rookie driver.
We got to get Zach out in one of those cars.
Zach, I got one for you. And we'll get you out in it.
I got a lead foot, so
we are planning a fan appreciation, sponsor appreciation day out at the track in Sheridan that we can get some adults and other kids in some.
We had an event, and I'm trying to think where it was at. Zach, maybe you could help me. It was at a racetrack,
and we did an event at Route 66 Dirty O.
Oh yes. Yeah,
isn't that right there?
That's right by Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet. Here.
Yeah, it's right across the street from Chicagoland Speedway.
Yeah,
so
it's that way.
We were allowed to pay, I think it was like $10 or $20, whatever, and we could take our car around the track.
Oh no, that one was out at Rockford Speedway.
Rockford Speedway. That's
I heard they're going to close it or something soon.
Yeah,
that's what they were saying.
It's a shame.
So, that was, just that little experience of driving around that track with a car. I went, wow. I couldn't imagine doing that, and the way those guys, the race car drivers drive, the adults. How fast do those cars go?
Oh, I'm sure they're in the 3 digits. I'm sure they're up to 100 miles an hour.
Really?
Oh, the adult cars run about 120, 130 miles an hour.
Yeah.
On some
when we were down at Daytona, we were actually watching go-karts racing around the Daytona International Speedway, and they're up to like 150 miles an hour in these.
A go-kart?
Yeah.
A go-kart.
But not my kind of go-kart.
Not like her. Not
they're
her cart.
Called a lay-down cart.
It's a lay-down cart, but they're like some of them. They're moving.
Oh yeah.
No, that wouldn't be for me at all. Tori, you just keep it up for us. That's all. But supporting what does it mean to you to support our veterans?
it means actually a bunch to me because my father was in the military for 14 years, and he went to Iraq, fought for the United States, and veterans mean a lot because they actually sacrificed their life in fighting for our United States, for our land, and they're just helping us to stay safe.
Let me ask you a question. We have what we call a service dog presentation.
I know what a service dog is.
No, but we have a ceremony where we present the dog to the veteran. So somebody walks in with that dog and hands it off to the veteran and officially becomes their dog. I would love for you to come out and walk one of those dogs out and hand it off to a veteran. Would you do that for me?
Yes, I would.
Okay. May, I think
that would be awesome.
The date is May 20th, Ken? I'll let your dad know the date. Okay.
Yeah, he's writing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would love you to come in and present that dog to one of our veterans. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Because I couldn't think of a better person I'd like to have do that for our veterans. For what you're doing to raise awareness, we need to do something special for you because you are truly a special young lady. The day Reggie just popped in. She's always correcting me. Behind every man is a better woman.
April
Remember that. So it's April 22nd. So mark that down on your calendar. Okay, and I'll send your father the details.
What was that date again?
April 22nd.
Got it.
So Tori,
22nd. 23rd. You said
22nd.
Dad.
22nd. Well, how appropriate that it's on the 22nd.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. I couldn't think of somebody else I'd rather have come in and hand that dog off to that veteran. Because young lady, you truly deserve it. You know, to be so young and be so aware of veterans. And I understand your dad, and I won't even say Marine because, us Army guys, right,
yeah.
Zach?
That's right.
Yeah, we won't mess with you, Marines. You're too tough. But anyway, I couldn't think of anybody who would be more appropriate to hand off a dog for what you're doing to raise awareness of our veterans at your age. My God, I don't know anybody your age that is so supportive and does what you're doing for our veterans. So, you're an amazing young lady. I'm so proud of what you're doing for our veterans. I mean, it's just an honor to know you. I was so excited. I have a lot of guests on my show, and a lot of it's like, okay, right. Your podcast, we were going to do it last week, and we had to cancel because there were some issues going on that you couldn't make it. And I was really disappointed. I told Zach, the one podcast that I was really looking, because everybody loves you.
Yeah,
you're the best thing since ice cream.
I don't know what it is about her, but she's
oh my God.
It. She's
talked to her for 3 minutes and you want to adopt her. Right?
Well, what I'll say right now with handing off a dog, actually recently I've had a dog passed away.
Oh,
and no. It was my dog Jake, and
I'm so sorry.
He was a hunter. He was a duck hunter with my mom and dad, and he was an awesome dog.
Yeah, that's sad, kid.
Oh, sorry.
That's sad. Well, you know what? If and when you're ever ready, and I say when you're ready for another dog, you let me know, and we'll help find the perfect dog for you. Sound like a plan? So whenever you're ready, though, you got to be ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. I have one of my questions for you is how long does it take to train a dog?
About a year and a half to 2 years normally.
Right. It depends on what we're training them for. There's no two dogs and no two veterans alike. So we evaluate the veteran and find out what his needs are. And to be honest with you, Tori, we'll train that dog until it's everything that veteran needs it to be. whether it's 6 months, like Zach said, 12 months, 18 months. We'll keep working that dog until it's exactly what that veteran needs it to be.
Give you an idea, Tori. I've been training my dog for 2.5 years. And I still go to training every week right now.
You know, Tori, there's some dogs that we bring in the program that'll start out really well. And then all of a sudden, after a couple months, they go, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
They just lay down. You know, next question.
I got to follow on to that, Mike. Didn't you guys just have a facility or something open?
We just opened our second training facility in Joliet. Thanks to Jim Glasgow, Terry Darcy, and Tim from Joliet Electric.
Wait, isn't Mr. Glasgow? He's a Marine too, isn't he?
Let's not go there. Okay.
Yeah.
The next question is: have you ever trained a Cane Corso mix with a pit bull?
Never.
No, but I'm pretty sure our trainer Kate has.
Yes.
So
Kate's trained about everything.
So my stepdad, James Lewis, he had 2 dogs and I had 2 dogs, which was Rosie and Jake. His 2 dogs named Kane and Thor. Thor was a pit bull mixed with a Cane Corso, but Kane was a Cane Corso mixed with a pit bull.
Wow, that's a heck of a combination.
And so Jake passed away, and Kane actually passed away too. He was the one that passed away before Jake, but Kane was an awesome dog too, and he's like just he was just awesome. He was very playful. He would act like he was gonna bite you, but he would just nibble on you. He would be like, he would just go like to bite you, and he would go
just mouthing you.
Yeah.
Doing that little mouthing bit. Yeah. Yeah, dogs will do that. Oh my God, you're such a cutie. I can't stand it. Next question.
So, for the memorial, how long has it been there?
The Forgotten Warrior Memorial.
It's been there. We're going on 3 years now, Zach.
Yeah, May will be 3 years, I believe.
May will be 3 years. It took us, Tori, 2 years to raise the funds to build that memorial.
Wow.
2 years. And I'll tell you, it was an uphill struggle. It really, because we didn't get any big grants from anybody. We did that all on our own.
That memorial is something else. And if you guys haven't been down there, if anybody hasn't been down there to see it, you gotta go see it.
That belongs in Washington. Is that beautiful?
Yes, I would completely agree with that.
And the ceremony, Tori, that memorial, we can't do anything for the veterans who passed away because of their PTSD and took their life, but it's to honor the families. And if there's one takeaway from that whole ceremony that we do twice a year, is that we want the families to, and in the public in general, everybody, to acknowledge that their son died as a direct result to his service to our country, and should be honored for being a hero.
Yes.
Okay, because these veterans get nothing when they pass away, when they take their life, but it's for the families that we do that to help give them some closure. And Tori, I would love you to come out because I want some more pictures of you at the memorial.
We ought to get the card out there one day and take a photo with the memorial.
We have a bunch of photos actually.
We do.
They'll come up behind us.
Yeah, every once in a while, one will pop up.
Share them. You need to share them with me because I want to get them out there.
I'll after this is over, I'll put them all together.
Please do. I want to post them on Facebook for the
absolutely.
Podcast. Yeah, it's amazing.
And what was it? I think Dawn Avello posted them on the Q-Rock site. A couple of the pictures at the memorial.
She's great that way.
Oh,
yeah. So is Scott Slocum on WJO.
Yeah, Scott's cool too.
Good friend of ours.
We just got contacted by Justin at WJO, Justin Ritz.
Right.
We got contacted by Justin, and he wants to do a little thing with Tori.
Yeah, they're great people. They really are.
Yeah.
They really support our veterans and the veteran cause in general. Tori, you have any other questions?
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, you can stop at any time.
She's got one last one for you.
This is going to be a humdinger.
Mike, do you happen to know any local business that would want to support a 10-year-old girl go-kart racer?
You know what? I get that word out. I'll make calls. Send me a little PR thing that I could send to them.
Yeah, we got a
and I
media
will
kit.
do that. I would consider that an honor, honey, to do that for you. Believe me.
yeah.
Well,
I would
if
consider that an honor.
I would forever be in your debt, that's for sure.
Let me ask a question. If somebody wants to donate, do you have like a GoFundMe or any kind of donation page?
We want to start one.
I do not, but we are going to start something a little
You
more
need to
official.
start a GoFundMe page that
Yeah.
helps support her and people that want to see her continue and grow
You need
and
to get
race.
some merchandise rolling or something.
Yeah, you know what? I just started a Shopify
Okay.
Shopify thing.
Send me the link. I want to buy something. Or can you share the
You read
link
your
with
card.
us?
Do you have any one of our cards?
Well,
No.
so this is right now what we're selling.
Cool. That's
All
awesome.
right.
And it's got
Yes. That's awesome. I want one.
well, and we're gonna autograph them for you too.
And then-
Actually, we'll
Oh.
do that right now.
And then what also we do is, so we actually just got these recently for when you have you have to have the return
Yeah.
address.
Label.
You
That's
have-
right.
Here, get over here. Here, sign right here.
Sign that card for me.
Yeah. And make sure we get one for Zach too.
Oh man, I'm gonna get spoiled today, and
I know. I'm honored.
And Mike will send you another picture of her too.
Yeah, but send me something that I could send out because I will send that out. I'll send a personal email to all my friends and all the people that we do business with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anything we could do to help promote this young lady, count us in.
Yeah, I would greatly appreciate it. We
Not a problem. Well, the least we could do.
yeah.
A little closer, Tor.
Oh,
gotta get Dad's long arms in there.
That's my favorite picture of her.
That's awesome.
That's not in the rain. Yeah.
That is awesome. Thank
It's
you.
in the
so-
rain.
Thank you.
But we'll get an envelope out to you and Zach both.
That would be great.
Awesome. That'd be great.
I would appreciate. But give me something that I could use to send out.
Yeah, we have a media kit. I'll send you.
Yeah, send it out. to
an
me.
email thing.
And about
Yeah,
the
and
dog presentation, I will whenever there's a presentation, I will take the honor to take the dog out. I love
It's in the
dogs.
books.
I
April
love-
22nd.
I love dogs. I've had so many dogs in my life. I've had my grandma's next door, which is a Boston Terrier, 2 years old. I have a pit bull mixed with a cane corso. I used to have a cane corso mixed with a pit bull. I had Jake, which was a black lab. We have Rosie. She's still here, and she is 5'6".
Yeah, 5-6 years old. The
Yeah,
yellow lab.
and she's a golden lab. I've had 4 beta fishes. A
Oh,
hermit
yeah.
crab. I babysitted a snake. I
a snake.
Oh man, no fear, huh?
Well, then you're not a typical girl.
Definitely not. They're
No.
actually nothing typical.
actually
Nothing typical
Yeah,
about Tori.
I had
Not at all.
I've had a hamster. I've had I don't know what else. I had 4 axolotls.
Oh my god.
I
I'm glad
have-
you haven't had a monkey.
Yeah. Not yet. Don't give her any
Yeah,
ideas.
right. Don't give her any ideas.
Next thing you know, I'll have a bunny.
A what?
A bunny.
A bunny rabbit? Well, that's good. The good thing about them, you don't have to walk them.
Actually, right now I'm wearing one of your guys' shirts.
Let me see.
Awesome.
I know I'm wearing one. I think that's
Yes, you are.
Yep.
We love it.
Yeah.
Tori, I can't thank you for being my guest. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
God, you're such, you know what?
Of course I'm
You
representing
need-
too.
You need to be the poster girl for all young kids because you're, I can't, you're just amazing. I just can't get over somebody your age being so vested in helping others especially veterans. I mean, I understand your dad was, I won't say that word, a gyrene.
Yeah.
We're just Army guys here,
Yep.
But seriously, Tori,
No such
to
thing as
be,
just Army guys.
yeah, to be your age and to be so aware of 22 veterans a day committing suicide and so willing to be out there to help spread the word what we could do to help our veterans. I mean, it's just amazing. So continue to do what you're doing. Have your dad send me that PR stuff so I can get it out, and I will be on that right away. Believe me.
Yeah,
I'll get that
I'll
out
tell you
right
what,
away.
Mike.
I want my picture, autograph picture, because I am going to frame that picture. And I'm going to put it in my office.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
throw this up here. That's a website anybody can visit, and that will help them get to any and all of her social media. There was clicks for YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all of it.
Do me a favor, Jason. Post that on. This is going to be posted on Facebook like right away. But when you do get it out there, put that information out there. I want people to be able to reach out and follow her. I want people to
Absolutely.
reach out and donate to her. I want people
Yeah.
to know what this young lady's doing for our veterans. It's important, especially at her age, to be doing what she's doing.
Yeah, she's a great kid, and
You
yeah,
have to be so
I'll say
proud.
this to you, Tori. Like it's truly an honor to be your father.
I
Truly.
I can understand that completely, because if she was my daughter, yeah, I'd be all over. I'd be walking 10 feet tall.
I say to a lot of people that I love being a veteran, and I'll tell anybody.
And he has
And
actually a shirt that says, "What's more important to me than just being a veteran is being a father."
yeah,
That's right.
the only thing I love more than being a veteran is being a dad.
I've got 3 kids that I adore, and the sun rises and sets on them. If
Amen.
you
Yep.
can't do for your family, then you're not doing anything. Family first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tori, I just want to thank you again. You're an amazing young lady. I can talk to you all night. I really can.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep supporting our veterans with that 22 on your car, because that means so much to us, and we just love what you're doing. And you got your dad. What a good man he is.
I try.
He's helped us at that memorial. I mean, like I said, he put the finishing touches on it. And having you out there with those pictures, I can't wait to get them, because I'm going to blast them all over Facebook. People need to know who you are. And we'll probably see you. I don't know what they call those big time races, NASCAR.
NASCAR, Formula One,
NASCAR, Formula One, Truck
IndyCar.
Series, Xfinity cars.
Yeah.
What's the highest one you'd like to get to?
Ooh.
Okay, Dad, hold on to your wallet.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that yet. I just
Well, when you find out, you let us know.
Should be up there with like Danica Patrick and Haley Deegan.
But about the services dog again. But I will make room in my schedule.
We definitely.
Not even just that one time. Just that one time. I'll do it so many times I won't be able to count. I will take the job to do that.
Well, I am sure you're going to be so successful at this that you're going to blow us all away. I just wish, but promise me one thing.
What?
Safety first.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Safety first.
Safety first. You need to make sure
Second,
you're safe out there.
fourth.
And I'm sure your dad watches out every move you make.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Dad, would you like to tell him about Badger?
No, we'll save that for another podcast.
No, I would like to tell him right now. It's a really short story. Anyway.
There's been a couple bad wrecks, and I've jumped the fence. Like when she was in a bad one, I've jumped the fence to go out there.
Oh, I bet you did.
Oh,
Your car, you got to stop.
So we used to work with this team named AEM, and there's this worker named Jeremy, and
Jerry.
Jerry, or however
Yeah.
you say it, and that's when the cart flew. Another cart flew over me,
No.
and my wrists are messed up really bad because not really
that's when
bad,
she
but
sprained her wrist. But yeah,
but my hands got ran over. I've gotten hit in the chest.
Whoa.
Got just kind of
there's been some bad ones.
My foot has gotten stuck on the pedal. My wrist, I've almost so I was driving and my wrist went like this around like the steering wheel, and then my stomach just hit the steering wheel really bad. So
you wouldn't believe it, but the one I was doing a Facebook Live and everybody watching, and she wrecked.
Oh my God.
No, man.
Yeah.
Tori, you need to, I don't want to say slow down because that's not racing. That's
nope,
not what
I
racing
will
is
never
about.
slow down.
Yeah.
No, your father's going to have to take Valiums at each race he goes to.
Probably.
Because
No,
I'll tell you,
no.
I don't think I could stand the pressure,
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah, it's definitely constant pressure. But
Now
hey,
you travel all over, right?
yeah, well, she's been to Daytona International
we
Speedway.
Travel south and east side.
Yeah,
right?
Charlotte Motor Speedway. Like she's been to some
Indiana.
very well known tracks.
Those are the
Indiana,
big time tracks,
Cincinnati.
right?
Yeah.
I can name them all.
I'm sorry.
Those are the big time tracks.
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's where
There's we haven't raced at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but we did a tour. We actually met some fans of hers that were from Canada at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
How long are those racetracks? What are they? Half a mile?
No,
a mile and a
they're
half?
anywhere from
A mile and a half.
No, they're the go-kart tracks are about a mile with all the twists and turns. It's not just an oval; it's right hand, left hand turns.
Right hand, left
Really?
hand, sweeping.
Yeah. And we're gonna give a shout out to Dave McIntyre because he's one of the announcers at one of the series.
So the
awesome.
series I race CKNA.
He actually came in here.
I race CKNA, I race WKA, and I've raced at only in one Route 66, and he's actually the
CKNA.
The CKNA producer, not producer, but the speaker. And he's interviewed me a couple times. He interviewed me at
Dave likes Tori.
Yeah, he likes.
Yeah. There he is commenting again over there.
Is there a lot of girls doing this?
We love you, Dave.
Is there a lot of girls doing this?
You know what? There's not a lot, but there's more than you'd think.
But I'll say this right now: there needs to be more motorsports and more girls in the world.
More girls in motorsports.
Well, listen, with you out there promoting this, believe me, there's going to be a lot of young ladies that would like to follow in your footsteps. You're setting an example for the other ones.
I also try to tell my friends, I know racing is a very dangerous sport, but if you're like really good and you try your hardest and you don't get in wrecks, it's so much fun. Okay, I wish we could take the camera down there and show them all my trophies. Could I go grab some real quick?
I'll grab one. You talk. I'll grab a.
Yeah, and it's an honor to be with you guys. Like it's like when you guys just started talking about the service dogs. Like I'm up here kind of like hold it together because it's because like I've never done nothing like that, and it fills my heart with joy.
That's awesome. So
I
what's
can't
your favorite track?
I can't wait for you to come to the Zach. She's going to be such a big hit at that service.
Oh, I know she is.
They're going to love you.
So Tori, what's your favorite track to race at?
I really kind of don't have a favorite track, but my top 3 are Daytona, Charlotte, and this is actually Daytona and Jacksonville. This is actually my first ever win trophy.
Yeah.
Get out. That means everything to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her first win.
Can I go?
You like all the big time tracks, huh?
We should have gotten the greens.
Now, how young were you when you started this?
8.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
And they start them earlier too. They got 5 years.
We start them at 4 years old.
4 or 5 years old.
Get out.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be a little too young as a father.
Uh,
You haven't
You know,
heard
you
it
would
rust.
think so, but these kids are out there getting after it, just
God bless them.
driving. I it's truly amazing to see the class below Tori racing, because those kids,
But
they're good.
to be honest with my dad and all you, I kind of wish we started earlier.
Yeah,
No, I think you were young enough. I don't think your father could have took the heartache.
there's probably some truth in that.
Yeah, believe me. Guys, one more
Thanks, Mike.
time, tell us how we could find you on Facebook and follow you.
Tori Dangerous Daniels is her page.
Dangerous. I love that name.
Yeah,
Tori
yeah.
Dangerous.
Tori Dangerous Daniels.
On
And if you go through that Beacons website, I'll throw it up there again. That https / beacons.ai / Tori Daniels Racing, and that
That's awesome.
because everybody has all sorts of different social media, and they're a different preference. They can't
Right.
see it.
Well, post
yeah.
that after the podcast.
You know, I think our VP of Public Relations is in here, so if she could throw up that link, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. God bless you guys. Listen,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your time tonight. Tori, I just adore you. You know, you're just what every young lady, if they could follow in your footsteps, they'd make their family as happy as your dad is. Because look at your dad, he's smiling like, you know, wow, this is.
I'm proud. I'm very proud.
And you got every reason to be proud.
I
thank you.
actually don't actually just do racing. I do another sport.
What do you do?
I do softball.
Softball?
There you go.
Yes.
Good for you.
I
That's a lot less dangerous, Tori, okay?
Okay, I'll tell you this right now. Yesterday at practice, I just got hit in the collarbone by a ball. So
Oh
kinda
no.
hurt. But
Tori, that's still less dangerous than racing.
yeah, but I understand softball can be dangerous if you don't have a face mask, stuff like that, because you can get possibly hit in the eye with a ball. But racing is so much more dangerous than you think. It is.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
It is so much
I'm going
fun
to leave that up.
because I started softball when
Thanks,
I was
Doc.
about 5 years old. When I was about 5 years old, I started softball, so I'm going into my 5th year.
Wow. What position do you play, honey?
I play basically all infield except first, and a pitcher and a catcher. I play second, shortstop, and third.
How does your father keep up? He had to be a Marine to keep up with you.
It's not easy.
Oh, I can imagine.
So,
God bless you.
And so, but I'll say this right now, but we mostly do racing with my dad, and I'll do mostly softball with my mom. 'Cause I have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
You got to split your time up.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I want to thank you for being my guest tonight. And Tori, you're just too cute for words. I got to tell you.
I'll remember the date.
April 22nd. It's in the book.
I will.
Dad, put that on her calendar.
You guys got it. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you so much, guys.
Do you guys know what time it is?
It starts at 6 o'clock. And I'm going to send your dad the location, the date, the time. I'll send him all that information. And I'm going to count on you being there, young lady.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, make sure you guys get a flyer, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, guys.
Thanks
Thank you
again
so
for
much
having us.
being my guest. You know, it's just a pleasure to be interview your daughter. Tori.
Yeah, great. You got a great organization as well, Mike. Like that the Canines for Vets. Awesome.
We try. But Tori, I expect to see you on that big circuit someday.
Me too.
God bless you guys. You take care. Thank you for a great podcast. God bless you.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great night, guys.
You guys take